Heyo, Age here, back with another episode in Civilization 6 Kublai Khan Mongolia playthrough. Since the last time, we have established our borders with the Netherlands, and we had a laugh at Netherlands losing a city to the barbarians. It's always funny when AI is struggling. Anyway, we have our preparations set in stone. Magnus coming up in a room key to be able to get extra production out of the chops from the rainforest, so we could get ourselves a Coliseum. This is gonna be pretty big for our empire because with vast lands and the big coastline that we have, it seems like we are gonna be heading towards cultural victory direction, so getting those high adjacency culture squares would come in handy. But for time being, we're still working on a couple of settlers, although... yeah, settlers are fair enough. I still have settler card. And the apprenticeship is coming out soon, so we are gonna need our industrial zones as well. Now, would I like to chop this style or would I like to improve something else? I guess I would like to send back my builder into the city center, and after apprenticeship I should start heading towards celestial navigation to get access to harbors. As I settle my cities in a pattern where most of my cities don't really need a harbor. I do have Ulaanbaatar on the coast, but it already has fresh water, so it's not a big deal not to get harbors early. However, rest of the cities that I have planned are more or less dependent on the harbors, especially the cities on the coast. So I didn't settle those cities because I wasn't planning to get harbors early on, but now since we are getting those harbors unlocked, I can start settling coastally. Right, here is another builder charge. And I could chop this wheat tile. Since I do have an aqueduct in here, I could also chop the forest for a nice industrial zone in the city, because my main concern is appeal, but what am I gonna do? Like, this could be a forest and this could be a national park later on, but this industrial zone is not gonna damage the appeal of national park anyways, so there isn't much else that I would like to do with that. Finally, a great merchant that increases our trade route capacity. That's gonna give a boost to our empire as well. This builder needs to fall asleep. It's in position to chop. What else would I like to improve of my builder? Do I have any amenities left? Not really, so I could potentially chop this tile, and this could be a theater square for the city of Ulaanbaatar as well. At least a +2. Some direction to the city at least. Where is this great merchant? Let's use it up. Extra trade route. Which city doesn't have one? Our capital, and as far as I remember, yeah, we have a lot of city-states that want a trade route, 3 of them. Let's buy ourselves trader to start knocking off those quests. Does every city-state demanding a trade route has an envoy? No, Bologna does not. So once medieval fairs are gonna be researched, I should be looking to plug in diplomatic league cards so we get 2 envoys with Bologna as soon as I send a trade route to it. Okay, 1 turn until Magnus establishes, so for time being we're gonna put the builder to sleep. I can start trading with Auckland for that extra envoy. Sure, let's do that.
We're all apprentices.
There's our apprenticeship. I have a builder out. Let's place down the industrial zone. I will need to start with aqueduct to give better adjacency to the industrial zones. City is growing in 2 turns. I kind of need to start chopping that entertainment complex. I made a chop into the settler. Well, that's not a big deal. Does this tile belong to you? No, I almost chopped a random tile. 5 turns until entertainment complex. That's fair enough. We have our settler coming up. It's gonna go towards that Petra city. And this builder will stay asleep. We are gonna get enough gold to buy ourselves an arena soon. Oh, this campus is not happening. I guess I can place this one down instead. That's another +3. So I can lock in its price. We're going back to working on that aqueduct. Anything else I would like to improve for apprenticeship? I would like to get myself a construction, so we can place down lumber mills on top of the forests. I do have one around here, but perhaps we would be getting more value going for celestial navigation instead, so let's do that, because we do have city of Karakoto and the city of Ulaanbaatar that would like to get access to those harbors, as they are not currently working on many districts. The earlier we can place those districts down, the cheaper they are gonna be. Meanwhile, I can start working, I guess, on another settler in the city of Xanadu. Which tunnels are giving the most food? So the city is growing bit by bit, so I guess that's fine. Although I would like to place down that industrial zone in the city. That would be amazing. So I kinda have to manage population growth with the settling. We'll figure it out. This builder doesn't have much use for time being, so let's put it to sleep. Okay, I'm not messing with that slinger. Let's keep scouting around.
I don't believe in astrology. There are very honest people.
We can change our policies about time to plug in Corby card. We are not making any more builders anyway. Isolationism could be nice, but we are making settlers currently. So we'll have to wait until that expires. Other than that, veterancy would be good, because we are gonna be building some of the harbors once we research those. But this can wait for a little bit. This builder should go to sleep. This is a chop. Let's place down an aqueduct. I hate when this happens, when the camera goes away and I cannot place down the districts, but we are gonna finish that campus district for the time being. Another promotion. Let's get Bengala with researcher for a little bit extra science, because we are falling behind. Well, our neighbors are not the indication of us doing well in this game. We are doing relatively okay in comparison to Wilhelmina, but Wilhelmina lost the city to barbarians, and Amsterdam isn't doing too hot either. Plus, Maastricht now belongs to China. And China isn't doing very well because, well, it's in between the desert and the tundra. So just because these civilizations are not snowballing ahead, even though China does have really good stats, that's not an indication of how the rest of the world is doing. We are just confined with our little echo chamber of unfortunate civilizations surrounding us.
Vessels large may venture.
Alright, let's start using our builder charges. I would like to improve this fish tile as well. Okay. Maybe my scout can survive, we'll see about that. And the fish tile, celestial navigation has been boosted 1 turn until harbors come online.
Set your course.
Maybe this spearman wants to suicide into my scout. Let's see if that's possible. Another builder charge. I would like to improve another amenity, but Auckland is currently occupying that. So I guess we can get a chop on the forest tile. Let's start working on that +3 harbor meanwhile. And I would like to place down my harbor in Ulaanbaatar as well. That's a theater square, right? Okay. Oh, I don't have those unlocked, so let's get these tiles for time being back to the city of Rumki. For the next technology, yeah, I would like to get myself construction, and I would like to get... Ooh, Kilvakisvani is available. This would be a nice wonder to get, but I would also need Petra, as the Petra city is coming online soon. And I would need dams to give adjacencies to my industrial zones, the juicers. A random crossbowman spawn. Brilliant. Okay, let's chop this tile. Sure, finish off that harbor. You're gonna get access to another trade route. Let's buy ourselves some arena. And now we can start working on that Coliseum. So what have I left to chop? Also, I should place down this industrial zone because the population has grown. Back on working the Coliseum. Chop. Chop, 10 turns until Coliseum. Looks relatively reasonable. I don't have any more flat productive tiles like forests or stones to chop. And I'm not big fan of chopping down rainforests at the moment because I don't have any hillsiders, so these are gonna have to become lumber mills once mercantilism is researched. That's how I would get most value out of it. I have 2 envoys. Do I have Diplomatic League enabled? No, I didn't plug in Diplomatic League, which is fine. So I'm gonna save the envoys for time being until I do. Can I... wrong tree. Can I research something quick? 3 turns. Okay, so that doesn't do anything for me, and... well, actually I don't need arbor adjacency right now, so this can wait. Which tiles are being worked around this city? Not very good tiles, so at least temporarily I can improve this. That shaves off 2 turns off of Coliseum, very nice. Rest can go back to sleep. And sure, let's go improve that amber tile. I could settle the city down, but I think I'm gonna keep it for 3 turns. Unless I do have builder card. No, I do not have builder card, so I would like to get some extra value off the builder charges.
When wasteful war...
China does not hate me anymore, which is good news. Maybe we can strike a friendship at some point. Wouldn't have to worry about our neighbors anymore. And I could actually make a farm triangle in here to support the city, although that city doesn't have any problems with food. It's fine. So, what else could I do? Yeah, keep working on those settlers. Which city should I settle next? And let's take over the coastline. Although, I should take this one as well. This one is a juicer, especially with Auckland. We would get access to whales, a fish tile, and an amber tile. Yeah, start moving. We would get access to horses as well. I should buy myself a tile. Another ember, let's check the deal. So I can sell 1 ember. I can sell a little bit of iron as well. Right. How our city is doing in terms of amenities. They have more than they require, but not quite at the level where they actually get the bonuses.
Being a mercenary, though.
Okay, let's get serfdom instead of caravanseries for time being. And let's get Diplomatic League. I will send my envoy to Bologna to start taking over that city-state. Bit by bit, it counts as 2. Let's send a delegation to the chubby boy. Alright, we have a friend. Trade routes. Urumqi has a trade route to Xanadu. Good. And we could either get another envoy or keep the city productive. I would prefer to keep the city productive. It gets less food but more production every turn. Food is not an issue. Farm triangles are coming up. I'm not trading with them, so that's an excuse for you to hate me. Okay, fair enough. Now let's start working on that industrial zone in Kokiakota. I will need a lighthouse in Karakota. 5 turns until Coliseum. Construction in 1 turn, good. Let's place down that lumber mill once it's researched.
The 4 building blocks.
And I have wasted a few turns not settling this city. Let's get some error score from Eye of Sahara. And let's purchase a few productive tiles for the city. Let's improve this volcanic tile and this city. 3 turns until Petra, so at least that's not a big deal. Meanwhile, what else are we doing with this city? I could get a harbor somewhere around. This could be a farm triangle potentially, or a national park of some sorts. I don't know if this city is gonna have any problems with housing. So we could potentially do something like this. Harbor into industrial zone, something like that. Looks good enough. So I can place down that harbor district. Start working upon that, but first I guess let's get the monument. City is growing fast because it's working the sugar tile. Fine. Do it for now. boost the mass production with the lumber mill. And I would like to improve that sugar tile as well. Let's purchase it. We do have a decent gold income anyway. Selling sugar is gonna pay itself off. Do I want to finish that settler? I guess let's leave the capital suffering for a little bit, because I want those settles out. This is a mine. Okay, city is growing in 1 turn, so at least it's gonna have a productive tile to work. Another great merchant for 200 gold and an envoy. My main city-states are not getting contested, so I am not under the pressure to spend my envoys.
While the Colosseum...
And here is our beauty. Yes, China is mad.
Without mathematics.
Unlucky. Okay, screw this monument. We are gonna start working on that Petra. We'll need to improve a few tiles here as well. Another settler. Let's get to the coastline. What else? I guess I could get myself a watermill. Maybe I should buy that one, so the city grows faster. Keep working on the settler. I really want the city to grow, but I don't have anything that I would like the city to build instead of a settler. Like, I don't have use for builders. I'm overwhelmed with them already. I have more than I currently need. And the city of Porunki should build me an aqueduct into industrial zone. It needs a little bit of extra housing. Another sugar tile. Now we have some extra sugar to sell. 10 gold per turn. Well, purchasing this tile is gonna pay off really fast for our deals, so it's very worth it. Another lighthouse is completed. Let's buy ourselves a trader to help Karakorum a little bit to build that Petra faster. This city will need an aqueduct. No, I'm not losing this. Nice tile. Auckland is coming handy. Immediately making that city productive. What else would I like to do with this builder? Nothing immediate. Though there are a few tiles that I would like to purchase. These are very productive tiles. But I think I will gonna grow into them anyway, so let's send this builder to the city center to chill for a little bit. And I'm gonna start working on that +5 harbor. Phew, you don't have to ask me twice. Sure, give me that diplomatic favor. I'm not settling around you anytime soon. Especially because I cannot deal with these barbarians, so... a city somewhere here would be actually nice. We would get access to 2 ivory tiles for extra amenities. Ulaanbaatar, lighthouse would be nice, a settler would be nice, mausoleum at Halicarnassus would be nice, so... I guess let's start working on that mausoleum. Where would I place it down? I guess I could place it on this tile without losing anything. I will need to buy a lighthouse for this city. Trader, what gives me most production? Xanadu. Fair enough, 31 turns until that Petra will decrease the amount of turns necessary for that. What else would I like to do with this city though? I mean, I could have a dam somewhere here. One industrial zone, because this coast tile... Actually, this could be a seaside resort, so I don't want to use the appeal for that. I guess the industrial zone will have to be somewhere here. This could be a nice seaside resort, but it's next to a floodplain, so the appeal is disgusting. I don't know, we'll see what we do with that city later on. This builder will need to fall asleep. Don't have a use for it just yet. Improve another sugar tile. Who wants some sugar? Nobody. Unlucky. And it is what it is. Let's buy another ember tile. Maybe we can sell that. Ember. Nobody. We need to meet more people. At least we are getting very productive tiles on the coast to work immediately.
I cannot imagine it. We shall not cease.
And finally we have access to our Merchant Republic. This is gonna help us out. Getting extra gold from Merchant Confederation would be nice. They don't need Diplomatic League anymore. Let's generate some more influence points. And veterancy would be good now because we are actually building harbors now. Let's confirm our policies. Actually, this city could finish off a settler. 5 turns. Any other cities we're making? I think City of Urumqi was making a settler. Yes. But you can make one after you're done with Industrial Zone. So for the next civics, we are gonna go towards mercantilism to be able to place down lumber mills on top of rainforest. That is gonna massively increase our production output. This is a nice chop, let's make use of it. Now we can start working on whales. Immediately let's place down a nice harbor, that's a +4. Let's make use of it. And this scavenger is eyeing my builder now. Yeah, well, you're not getting it. I don't have much use for this builder for the time being. 2 food-free production tile. Grievances. Let's give it to Wilhelmina. Double points for great people. I guess it's gonna be writers, because religion is gone. Engineers. Okay, sure. I do have a few industrial zones here and there. And I would need to place down my theater squares as well. So I need to purchase the style. Okay. Oh, right, I placed down a harbor. Fair enough. 24 turns. We'll need to speed this up. Do I want a lumber mill? Nah. It's gonna be fine with just a mine. Make a farm triangle around here. Although this is a reef, so it could be a good campus as well. Looks good. Although this could also be the seaside resort. So, I'm not sure what I would like to do with this. We'll figure that out. Let's put this builder to sleep, because we are still gonna need to buy this tile to make it productive once the city grows to 3 population. For this builder, yeah, you go and stay asleep for the time being in the city center. We have access to change our government. Isolationism could be really good, but we do have settlers coming up. Ooh, a forest fire. Alright. It has potential. So I'm gonna keep the policies as they are for the time being. This is gonna be a mine. 16 turns until Petra. Good, and I don't need Magnus and Urumqi anymore. Let's send it back to Xanadu to get extra value from food. Karakoto. You're gonna need that industrial zone.
I've lived through some terrible things in my life.
Campus adjacency, governors gives loyalty and great library. Yeah, I don't have any interest in this. Let's get grants for extra great people points. This could be a lumber mill potentially. Although, maybe I should improve or chop the stone tile instead. Need just a little bit of extra gold. Okay, I have extra dye style, I can sell that. And I can sell 1 amber. Hey, Wilhelmina was buying it. But she denounced me anyway, so she's not paying much. Right, another settler is out. Where am I sending it? I guess I want to settle the coastal cities first. To make use out of veterancy card and then get rid of it. Finally, we have access to build something that will allow our city to properly grow. 17 turns for intelligence agency. Sure, let's get that extra spy. And then we are gonna be able to work that industrial zone.
An architect should live it.
A dam is available. Give me the style. We're gonna place it down. The city is gonna need a workshop. Wait, did I buy a lighthouse here? No, I didn't. Let's do that. 14 turns until workshop. No, you're gonna be working on a campus, although you do need housing. And you do have quite a few farms nearby a river, so let's get city center buildings and the campus, and we are gonna start buying more and more districts here. we need to make use of our gold. And now, let's get towards mass production. We're gonna get access to universities and we're gonna get access to shipyards. A lot of our cities are gonna be coastal, so that's one way to get a lot of production. Okay, I'm not a fan of this. Anybody wants iron? 106 gold. Is that enough for a galley? Yes, it is. That's why I said it's a galley, some extra arrow score. I don't want these tiles to be pillaged, so we're gonna need to deal with this stuff. Let's get the monument meanwhile. Oh, come on, man. So our builder is gonna get stolen. I will need to get a unit somewhere. An archer or something. 4 turns until archer. Not a big fan of it, but a man got to do what a man got to do. We cannot settle there without dealing with that pesky barbarian. So I guess let's send another city in here. Or I could settle this non-freshwater city. Yeah, sure. Fine. Of course, this barb is gonna heal up upon my fish tiles, won't he? And send another settler deeper into our territory, Al-Batar. We're gonna be making me Mausoleum at Halicarnassus. They have a little bit of gold, but I will still need traders. So much stuff I need to still build. Galley is almost dead. Settle the city. This is gonna be a chop, so this is gonna be an aqueduct, right? Because the city needs access to fresh water. So naturally this could be an industrial zone. And this could be a theater square. It looks reasonable enough. This city is gonna need a commercial hub somewhere around as well, so might make use of this worthless desert tile as well. Good, but meanwhile start working on that granary for housing, although I could still blaze down the district. Let's get that industrial zone in place.
The taxpayer.
We have access to alliances. Could make some use out of that. Are we building any more settlers? No, we are not building settlers currently, so we don't need colonization card. We could get extra gold, or I could get isolationism, but one of my settlers is still moving, so I wouldn't be able to settle it. However, until it gets there, I might as well get a little bit of extra use out of it. Which of my cities are lacking trade route? Well, I cannot buy a trade route in Tungliu, because it would get pillaged by the barbarian. And let's send an archer to deal with it for time being. This is a chop. We can finish off that granary. Let's place down an aqueduct as well. Granary first, into aqueduct, into industrial zone, into monument. This city will be busy for time being. Can I kill this galley? Good. Go back to working a harbor. Another civilization has been bet. Let's send Jadwiga a delegation. Maybe she wants to keep some friendly relations going. And here comes the Renaissance era. We are in heroic age. Which is nice. We will get a few dedications to choose finally. Hit stun Dracons so that we get extra starting population on the cities settled on a different continent. Oof. I could settle a city somewhere here, to be honest. This would be a different continent. I would get access to tea, it's extra resource, and we would immediately start with 4 population. Not bad, that might divert me from my plans. Let's do that. And I could make an alliance Maybe cultural alliance, because China does have good amount of culture. But I still would like to keep my cities productive. Trading with Xanadu. Let's keep doing that, and I do have a few trade routes available for me. Let's buy a trader in Aksu. So, reform a coinage for extra gold, hits and dracons for extra population, and I guess monumentality for cheaper builders and settlers. At least with gold. We don't have much faith. Although I do have some, so how much does a settler cost? 490. Sure, let's get ourselves a settler then. Make some extra use out of this. In terms of policies, isolationism has gone obsolete because we're now in a heroic age, naturally, so at least we got 1 turn worth of food and production. It's not much, but it's something. We could use Republican legacy, maybe that would tip some cities into a happy direction for extra production and extra yields in our cities, as well as it would give us some housing. Or I could get myself extra gold, that would be like 10% of my gold income from the trade routes. Yeah, I don't think this is enough to tip the content level of my empire. And I guess I will leave the episode here. We did a lot of good work. I like how my empire is shaping up, so for the time being, thank you guys very much for watching, and see you in the next one. One love, I'm out.